Hello everyone on the internet, and thanks for tuning in.
And welcome to another episode with me, Master Rider Bushido, and with my other guy, my Toku Bro behind that other camera, Flayvaman!
I don't know what that was, by the way.
Yeah, I know what that was, because you tried to attempt the drumming of today's episode, which is that of Kamen Rider Hibiki.
Just kill me now.
Yeah.
I mean it, you know, get one of his drumsticks and just choke me to death on it. No homo. Anyway, Kamen Rider Hibiki.
Let's start off with the usual build-up. Did you even follow anything about it?
The weird thing is I really tried really hard with this series. That's what really hacks me off. Right.
I'm talking about build-up.
No, this is it, because I watched it, I don't know, X number of years after its broadcast. So when I came to watch it, I knew what Kamen Rider Hibiki looked like, but I didn't know anything about it. I thought, alright, his outfit looked very unusual, quite unique. I was expecting like an unusual, unique series. That's exactly what I got, but it wasn't in a positive light. You know, it wasn't a good
What
thing.
was the theme?
Have you not seen Kamen Rider Hibiki?
No, I'm asking you. I've seen it.
Oh,
don't get me wrong,
right, yeah.
and I will get my part in.
It's basically
I will trash it. Just tell the viewers what the damn theme was about.
Music, I guess.
Music meets devils.
Oh yeah, only duh. Yeah.
Instruments meets devils.
So basically, it's saying that music is satanic. Anyway, right, okay.
Yes.
So for me, right, basically, and I know I've said, and actually, Mr. Kamen Rider Bushido, you will remember me at the time how badly I was suffering. To tell anyone that hasn't met me in the forums and Facebook groups, etc., this series took me 13 months to watch.
Oh, yeah, I remember you telling me that. That was
hilarious.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, this wasn't a one episode a week thing, whatever. It normally takes me about 6 weeks to watch any series that's 50 episodes. This took me 13 months. And it wasn't a fun 13 months because I would watch the first 6 to 8 episodes and then I'd start all over again because I'd be like, what the hell am I watching? I did not like this series at all. I watched it, I think I must have watched it, I don't know how many years after broadcast I watched it, but bearing in mind this year's 2015, I watched it about 2 years ago, and I do remember a lot about it, but I really don't like it, and the sooner I forget about it, the better.
Right. Here's the thing.
Right.
What's it? One, my opinion, build-up. I didn't even bother following up on the build-up because I literally watched this knowing nothing about it.
Okay. So like me, basically, yeah.
Yeah, like yourself. I went in fully blind and I went in, right? Okay, fine. Both feet forward. Yeah, nah.
Like a rider kick, basically.
Yeah, a rider kick gone absolutely wrong, and I wish I did not stick my foot in there kind of wrong. Furthermore, on the intro, first off, let's start with the intro.
Bearing in mind it had two intros.
Okay, I'm talking about the first one where all it was just traditional Japanese, literally instrumental music. Just traditional, old Japanese music. I don't have any problem with that intro if it was for something else but Masked Rider. That is not your Masked Rider intro.
I think
Number two.
And then the second intro.
I don't even remember. That's a problem.
I remember like the visuals in the video for it, and because I remember some dude coming over some hill. I don't remember the song either, but I remember thinking the second intro is better than the first.
Right. Now number Now let's see what else. In
Right,
regards to
alright. Seeing we're talking about music, what else? Alright, so bear in mind the theme was music anyway. What did we make of the music of Hibiki?
explain.
Well, this is the point. I remember the intro, the two intros, and the fact that they spent most of the time like sticking their logo on stuff and then beating it. Well, the drummers did, the guitars.
Okay, right.
But again, the actual music of the show, I don't remember anything. I actually don't remember anything.
Intro-wise, I honestly despised the first one anyway. The second one, I don't even remember to save my life. And then thirdly, in regards to the fact that each one had their own style of transforming, not with a belt, let me say that, but their style of henshin. Hibiki used a tuning fork and plonked it by his head.
I remember that.
And I'm like, that's not your rider style.
I completely forgot about that. I was thinking while you were saying that, I was like, what was their henshin?
I mean, that's like, what's it? You had one of them with a trumpet weapon or something, gun or something, and then he had a little whistle thing. And then someone had a another plucker thing.
Yeah. That was a guitarist. That was the third style of rider. Because I think the fun thing about this series was that any rider could become another rider. Because Hibiki himself could do all three instruments, and then you had like the guitar. You had like the two guitarist dudes, and like the main guitarist dude passed down to the younger guitarist dude, and then the eldest guitarist dude died, and the youngest guitarist dude was like, "Oh no, my senpai's died," and then you got the kids knocking about in the background. All right, so we are talking. Yeah, there is no main team and additional riders in this. It was all a massive shambles because you got Hibiki. And I can't remember anyone's name, by the way.
Neither can I.
You had Hibiki, who spent most of the series training up this young boy, Shonen, to be him. But then he ends up giving it to the guy who ends up becoming Kamen Rider Zero, Zeranos.
Oh yes, that same actor, wasn't it?
The same actor, yeah.
Oh, poor him! What a bad start to his life.
Hey, he didn't do too bad. He went on to Deno, which is the most popular Heisei rider, and then he went on to Wangan Midnight, which I watched. You might remember I watched that a few weeks ago, and he's good in that. So he clearly didn't do too badly. And even if this was his sort of start into Toku. Yeah, anyway, but the weird thing is the character he played in Hibiki and the character he played in Deno weren't too different. And when I think about, if I'm honest, even though he's done well as an actor, whatever his name is, I think he's typecast, I think.
Just to mention, by the way, you remember when we did the Kiba thing? You remember,
Yeah.
the wolf character, which I can't even remember his character's name.
Garuru form, yeah.
Yeah, him.
He was in this as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Because
he played as Zanki. He played the guitarist.
So he was the one that died, the one that I just referred to. He's the one that died. I remember now. No, but that specific actor actually appears in loads of other stuff as well. I think he even appeared in Garou. I don't know. You don't know anything about Garou.
One.
The actor that was Garuru.
No, I meant as in which Garou?
Oh, I don't know. I said he might have. I don't know if he did.
I won't be surprised.
I'm saying I've seen him in more Toku than just these two. Anyway, right, and yeah, so I was talking about the Shonen, who then, even though he spent most of the series like possibly being Hibiki's successor, it ends up going to the guy who ended up becoming Zeranos, and then you got the girl who's been around since forever, and she's following around the trumpet dude, and I can't even remember what happened to her. But then, yeah, and then
Right.
obviously the guitarist guy did get his successor, and then his senpai died. So it was all a massive shambles, really. And then I remember there was like a traditional Japanese kneel down on the floor cafe, and you know,
it was.
and everybody
it was an
everybody worked in
udon
there.
shop.
Udon shop, yeah. I don't remember nothing. And yeah, and then like the secret base was underground, and that was where they kept all the documents and stuff. What did you make of those random discs that they kept throwing around to spy on people?
As a toy merchandise, I actually didn't mind
I
it
have no
because
idea
they
what
tried
they did.
to.
I have no idea what they might have done toy-wise for that, by the way. So you're
No.
saying that.
It was basically trying to make it look like they were like CDs, but they did, as far as I'm aware, they did a bird, a snake, a gorilla, if I recall, in regards to those discs.
There was a yellow one. I can't. Oh no, I remember the colour. Anyway, this is a shambles of an episode as well. So we've covered all the riders pretty much.
Oh no! Sorry, not it's not animals. Just what's it? Something.
They were animals. There was like, I think there was like a scorpion.
Animal discs, but I can't remember.
They sent them around to go find like the not the Oni, whatever the hell the villains were, and we'll come back to villains. But again, we've touched on all the riders. We've basically covered the weapons now. Well, sort of. I mean, what drumsticks was drumsticks, basically. You know, you stick your logo on, you hit the drum, you drum it, and they die. Trumpet, you just blew it at them, and the guitarist just. Right, so that's the weapons covered.
Saying that, and I forgot one. We have to go back to Kaseja in a minute.
No, we're not.
But
Why?
anyway, we'll get back to that.
Why? Wait. You're making this an editing nightmare. Why are we gonna have to go back to Kaseja?
I forgot the super forms then to smear that.
Nah, fuck it.
Fine. Number 2, in regards to Hibiki's super form, he just goes all super blood red, and I'm like, wait, what? And then all he has is an additional gun. No, lies. Sword, dagger thing that is just like a bloody speaker.
Yeah. Again,
It's like
I remember the demon
with
red
a
form.
blade on
I
it.
remember the demon red form.
That's it.
I basically don't remember anything about that. Even though I said it was one of the more recent Kamen Riders I've watched. Alright, I mean, again, I want to just briefly cover one more time how this took me 13 months to watch again. Alright, so we're going to touch on story. Well, we're going to talk about the story, right? So again, I mentioned the whole shonen thing, right? So again, I'll just watch the first 6 to 8 episodes. I'll just be like, what the hell's going on? And then I'll just have to start again. Especially that first episode, it's so weird. I mean, I think that's what they were going for, to be fair. I think they were trying to be quirky and kooky and visual key or something, I don't know. And I'm just throwing random words now.
Yes.
And yeah, I just didn't understand it. I mean, I liked it kind of looked artistic, but I just had no idea what was going on. And yeah, I think I did decide, oh, screw this, I'm just going to watch it beginning to end. And even then, every 25 minutes of watching an episode of Hibiki was like death. And then, I didn't understand what the villains were about. I didn't understand what the point or purpose of the organisation was, just to get rid of all the bad guys, I guess. And yeah, but then again, isn't that what every Toku series is about, getting rid of the bad guys? But I really didn't understand the purpose of the bad guys, really. Maybe it's because of my memory, but no, even memory to one side, I really could not be bothered with this series, and I sort of persevered, and I think I should get a medal for it.
No, a plaque.
Yeah, of course, people watching this might feel they should have a medal for putting up with me trash talking it. But, I mean, right, so the villains, that was like a guy sounding like a girl and a girl sounding like a guy. I vaguely remember that. It's like,
Good start.
Yeah. Did he really use his motorbike in this?
I don't know. Couldn't tell us.
Huh?
I don't know.
Don't know. I think he did. No, because I remember like everyone else, like the trumpet dude, he had like, they all had like 4x4s and stuff because they were all driving around forests. What did, no, I think the trumpet dude had a 4x4 and the guitarist had like a Hummer or something. Well, I don't know, they might have all just had 4x4s, I don't know, and then I think Hibiki himself went around on like, that was it, I do remember now, this series did not actually have a motorbike, but one time Hibiki did get on a motorbike, he fell off it. I think, or maybe he went on it once or twice. Who was on a motorbike then? I think the trumpet dude was on a motorbike, but it wasn't like a rider motorbike, it was just him riding around on a motorbike. And then Hibiki tried to get on it, and he fell off. That's if I remember correctly. Or someone... I remember that was like a running joke in Hibiki, actually. And bearing in mind that the first episode basically had them all riding around on a bicycle... Yeah, had them all riding around on bicycles, was a bit mental. The story overall... I remember just going through the first half, thinking, what the hell's going on? I don't understand any of this. And then the second half, I did manage to understand the story, but the actual substance of the episodes just felt like a J-drama. Right, so that's just basically my genuine opinion on this.
No, to be honest, I don't remember anything. All I remember is just, demon riders, whatever, just using instruments to beat the crap out of your weakling monsters, whoop-de-doo-dah.
Right. Okay.
The problem is, this series was so boring that I fell asleep through like almost after 5 minutes of each episode, I fell asleep. So that I don't remember any of it, right? It's that bad.
Well, this is the point, because I normally watch Toku at night anyway. So it was quite easy for me to fall asleep, but I just did not care. I was like, kill me now! Anyway, so what did we make of the armour in Kamen Rider Hibiki?
Ask me a serious question and then I'll get back to you.
Alright, well I'll answer it then. Well, again, like I already said, all I knew about this show before I started watching it is what Hibiki looked like in his armour. And I thought that was quite cool.
Honestly,
frankly,
I didn't think it was a traditional rider.
Of course it wasn't, because he had no eyes. Yeah, he had no visor or nothing. How did he see through that helmet? How did he see through his helmet? It doesn't make sense. Right.
He used the Force.
Right. And here's one that I think is going to be a good talking point for us. The sets and locations of Hibiki.
That's interesting, because for one, apart from the fact that we touched on the fact that they used an udon shop as a unique thing, which actually I don't mind as being unique from your stereotypical calf, but the majority of the fights felt like they were in forest and woodland / fields.
No, you're wrong. The whole series, apart from the cafe and the school, felt like it was in forests and rivers and waterfalls and cliffs, and where in Japan they have like the sea with rocks and they're fighting on the rocks.
I actually didn't mind that.
Oh no, it's
I
all
actually didn't mind it.
I'm in two minds about it because I kind of liked again bearing in mind I watched episode 1 a million times just to try to understand it. You look at episode 1, it's really dark in a forest. It looks good, but what the hell's going on? Yeah, and the episode 2 had like a spider shed. So yeah, I mean that was all I could. I was paying maximum attention. I'm just like, what's going on? So yeah, I had to watch like episodes 1 to 4 like a million times. I watched 6 to 8
See,
a good few times.
just
And
in
I'd
regards
start
to
again and again and again. It's not because
scenes,
I loved it, it's because I did not know what I was watching. I'd be like at episode 4, I'd be like, what is this show about? I don't know.
in
It's
regards
like,
to
I
scenes
remember
on
episode
its
2
own,
has a
though,
spider from a shed. What?
in regards to sceneries on its own, I didn't mind the uniqueness that it was primarily forests.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
know,
mind. I didn't mind unique. I didn't mind it being in Forest either. I thought it was quite sort of dark
different.
and artistic, but they could have done something better with, I don't know, just everything else. So I'll actually say Hibiki had some good sets. I mean, the fact that it was set in school is neither here or there. The fact that it was, you call it an udon shop. Yeah, I guess that was quite cool. But again, I think in the second half, there was just too much drama surrounding the udon shop. Like, oh, who's going to be working in the... Who cares?
Right. So you've got that. You've got, alright. I mean, do we even remember? And I mean, story we touched on, sets we touched on. What about the lovely choreography?
What choreography? It was all based on the fact that they just threw their logos around, really.
Yeah.
I seem to remember, I think it was one episode, he put his logo under a crab. I was just like, no.
No, that was the Decade one where... No, that was Decade where he, threw... he turns Hibiki into a giant Hibiki logo, throws it on top of the crab, and just starts pelting it.
Oh well. But, you know what?
No, in regards to... I'll say this though.
Choreography, I just like...
No, choreography, if anything, now that I remember, some of the fight scenes where the guitarist, the guitar rider, he uses his guitar like an axe and just swings it round.
I do remember that. Yeah.
I just love it as the hilarity, and then he just spikes them down, and then he strums it, and they blow up. I thought that was hilarious. But the problem is, I barely remember any of it, that I had to think hard of that.
Okay. What do we think of... Right, there was basically no standout episodes.
No.
Right, did you see the movie?
No.
Oh, I did. It looked quite...
my sympathy goes out to you.
No, actually, it looked quite nice because they did something slightly different with, the fact that it was themed around, the stuff that it was themed around. I actually don't remember anything about the story. Oh, wait, didn't they travel back in time or something? I don't know.
I don't know, you tell me, because, it's Hibiki anyway.
Anyway. So, alright, even though this is definitely the shortest episode we've done so far.
Awesome!
Alright, final thoughts about final episodes and the series overall. Go.
Don't watch it. Unless you are a seriously nuts and committed...
I won't even say it's about Kamen Rider fandom, to be fair. I would say...
It isn't.
No, I'd say if you... No, don't even bother about being a Kamen Rider fan.
The problem is, it's in the Heisei series.
If you like listening to people like My Chemical Romance or something, then give this a shot. I don't know what. Yeah.
Your Chemical Romance?
You've never heard of My Chemical Romance?
No.
Don't worry about it. For those who have never seen Kamen Rider Hibiki but have decided to tune to this show, I want to know, should I watch Kamen Rider Hibiki? Well, if you listen to a group called My Chemical Romance, who are a very emo band, then yeah, you might actually like this because it's full of emo crap. The final episodes, don't even bother talking to me about them because I don't. All I remember, massive spoiler alert, the boy who was supposed to be taken over from Hibiki doesn't, but the boy who does take over from Hibiki ends up becoming Kamen Rider Zeronos anyway.
The
What's it
actor.
called? Yeah, you know what I mean. Was it Xeranos or Zero? I keep saying Zero.
Xeranos.
Yeah, Xeranos. So I was right. Anyway.
Yes.
So yeah.
But either way, no, honestly, this is one I would just say, yeah, don't watch it.
Wow.
Unless you're absolutely committed.
Right, yeah, and when he says committed, again, I committed 13 months of my life trying to watch this shit. Dude, you kept telling me to move on, and I'm like, no, I want to watch them all in reverse order. So yeah, I will be honest, after 13 months after starting this, I finished it, and then I literally blitzed through about 3 Kamen Riders after that.
Here's one for you. Right, you think you take 30 months to watch this, right? And
13.
sheer atrocity, right?
Yeah.
Wait and see what O's and 4s has waiting for you.
Brilliant. Just for those who weren't paying attention before, I've not seen O's, double O's or 4s at all. So I know
Or Decade!
I know about Decade, I've watched bits of Decade, I just need to work through Decade. And
you're going to get a lot of slagging in this episode. Comment below.
No, I think from episode 1 people have been saying, oh, this guy ain't watched shit. So, it is what it is, and I'll watch what I want when I want. Lol. You can't tell me what to do! But, you know, and again...
Comment below.
No, but again, I know bits of... This is it, I know virtually nothing about O's, but I know bits about... I know quite a fair bit about Decade. I know some bits about Double. I've heard so much about 4s. And you slag it off all the time. And so do a lot of people. But obviously Wizard onwards I've been following. So, again, as soon as I've finished watching Dragon Knight... this is it. We've got so much time in this episode. I might as well just keep blabbering on.
I'm just going to kill it now.
As soon as I've watched Dragon Knight... Agito and Cougar, I will get to Decade, Double O's 4s. Hopefully I'll get that done this
lovely
year.
not themed on this episode edition of the atrocious Kamen Rider Hibiki. Thank you for watching. Yay. And I've been Kamen Rider Bushido and he's been Flayvaman!
Yay.
Yeah, anyway, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe, and as usual, fist to the cam!
Fist to the cam. Alright, see you next time.